Hey Rich Nation, AJ Rich here, and before you click to the reaction, make sure, since this is the last episode, to stay right here because I want to talk directly to all you guys that have been watching these or just started watching these or watches these in the future. I just want to say thank you for joining me on this entire journey. It's been insane. The last 9 episodes I binged all at one time. A ridiculous amount. So I took a little break, rewatched pretty much all of season 3 part 2 to get all this kind of, especially last episode, because holy shit, the information from last episode was just, I mean, episode 20 as well. There was a lot, but there's just so much payoff from that episode. But the last episode was just an info dump that by the time I was on that episode, it was like 4 a.m. and it was just a very huge info dump for how just done I was, but I couldn't stop. Like, this show puts you in a spot where I could not stop watching. It was crazy. So I rewatched all that area and I feel very good. I am working on a review that will show a few episodes after this episode releases on YouTube. So make sure that you keep subscribed. I'm going to be reacting to the season 4 trailer that people have been saying that there are hints that there will be one in about a month. So I'll be reacting to that. I also want to know your guys' opinion on, I've been slowly reading the manga. I'm not very far in it so far, but I'd like to know your guys' opinion if you want to know my opinion on the manga and the differences I see between there. Would maybe 1 or 2 videos just kind of detailing through everything, would that be interesting to you? It'd be a nice little project for me in between while we're waiting the long await to season 4. So let me know in the comments down below if that's something you would be interested in. I obviously would stop before it got to and you guys can let me know what chapter it is before it gets to the season 4 stuff, because I want to watch anime wise be completely blind, and then I can go over it the rest of the chapters after I'm done with season 4. But anyway, yeah, let me know on that. That's I'm working on a full-on review. There's lots of fun stuff, but I'm also, if you don't know all the other stuff on my channel, I react to a lot of different other shows. We're starting One Punch Man and The Promised Neverland, and actually before this episode comes out, there might already be an episode of at least One Punch Man, possibly The Promised Neverland on the channel, but you can also see any of this stuff early, full reactions of this series and all my other series over on Patreon, patreon.com/HARich123. You guys actually voted on this series that I'm reacting to now, so your guys' votes do matter. I looked at saw where the interest was, and that's where I'm going with there. But if there is a show that I'm currently not reacting to that you might be interested in me reacting to, also leave that down in the comments down below. Go join our Discord, that link's in there. Go talk to us. It's gonna be a fun wait. I put fun in quotes because my god. But yeah, we got one last episode, and I've been kind of waiting on this because I'm not ready to wait with all you guys for season 4, but I gotta do it. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and start this. But seriously, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Stay subscribed if you want more content like this. And seriously, thank you for watching. You guys have been absolutely amazing. Let's go ahead and watch one more episode for a while. The entire world. Oh yeah, they know this in the room, but not everybody. Like, all the regular people don't know any of this. They would be doing the same thing that the former people were doing, so they do need to change it up. It's a good thing, but it could also, well, you never know how people are going to react. That's the biggest thing. Everybody is, ignorant of a lot of stuff, but if they're going to change things, it's the best way to do it. And they're all, yes, they're all subjects of Ymir. They're all in the same, same group. You thought it was bad here, but now it's, in reality, it's even kind of worse out in the, out in the real world, as we say here. It's crazy. Yeah, some of them probably, oh yeah, that's another thing. Some people might not believe it. Well, this is how they're going to progress, though. Ah, exactly. See, not everyone's going to accept it. Yeah, there could be fights, or you got to think of what if there's like some type of civil war, which they kind of, you know, they kind of had by overthrowing the previous government. So you don't want another one of those. That's a good question to the regular people. The way they saw Titans is the way the other people look at them and see them. How can Marlowe die and this guy be alive, though? Like, if I wanted somebody dragging Erwin back or whatever, I would want Marlowe, not this guy. Maybe that's just me. Yep, that look. He was wishing he was just with her. God. I mean, they're just that's just a fraction of other people's, you know, people dying and stuff. That's just, you know, one out of a bunch. There's no way he's gonna, you know, like Armin either. Yep. Still is a grudge. Yeah, and it's probably not just him either. It's probably, yeah, a multitude of people that are gonna look at Armin that way instead of Erwin. You know. I want to see his side. I really do want to see his side of it, but it's just, it's hard for me to, he's just not a very likable character. But I get the way he's feeling about it, though. If you just look at it his side, I get that. I guess that's the best I can say that. You know, I will say you gotta give this guy credit. He knows he's bad. You know, he knows he's a coward, but he like acknowledges, I will give it that he acknowledges strength, and he looked at Erwin. He looked up to Erwin like crazy. You can tell that probably one of Erwin's speeches, it's what pulled him to, you know, to join. I mean, obviously Erwin's speech is the reason why they, you know, ran to their death. So when you look at this, it's hard. Part of me wants to judge him and just dislike him and why couldn't it have been Marlowe and all that. But at the same time, I do see it from his side. I get why he's feeling like that. And he, you know, when you idolize somebody like he did and you're choosing this other person that you have no connection with whatsoever to replace, you know, chosen him over the guy you've idolized. And I get how he's feeling. And him being down on himself like that, not putting himself above anybody, I'll give him credit where credit's due. But going from just my own like just feelings, I get like, I just don't like the feeling of this guy. I don't know. It just maybe I invested too much in Marlowe, and I liked his character so much that his like death and then this guy living, you know, they didn't show him in a good light either. That might be writing as well. Like he just was not shown in a good light really the entire few times we've seen him. Plus we hadn't seen him anywhere near as much as we've seen Marlowe, and Marlowe was kind of built up. So it kind of, I understand how I'm feeling, and probably you guys let me know your opinion on that. But anyway, I'll stop blabbering about it. Yeah, he sees himself as fodder. Yeah, that's true. You should be able, everyone should have that decision. No, they made the choice. You have potential. All right, don't be down on yourself. You had that potential. I get the decision. And yeah, his drive to find out the sea, what's, you know, his goals. Oh, God. He starts thinking about the positives and then all the negatives hit. You know, Aaron's seen a lot. That can really screw with your head. Like, I mean, he's really seen a lot. And especially this thing with Historia and, oh man. Right? It's more questions and more despair. Yes. He's always had this drive for change, but now that he knows so much, I mean, you can see it on his face. Grisha? Oh, he's begging! He's begging them! Holy fuck. So he didn't forcefully take, okay, the way they were arranging it, like he went in there like a madman just, you know, for his own ideals and stuff. And now that we've seen Grisha's past, it's understandable that, like, we know that he's had all this bad stuff happen, but he's not necessarily a bad person. And that even then felt weird, and it really painted him to be this horrible person. But he went in there to beg, to, you know, save his son, to save everybody, you know, to save his wife. And as I can just tell from that look, obviously things went bad and he had to take it. He took it himself, you know, upon himself to do it. But originally it looks like he tried to go the nice route, the safe route, beg them before he had to try to do it himself, obviously. But it looks like once you've you know, you've become that and you get those eyes and you become that, it's like they know something that they just don't care. And now we know that the original was there to, you know, they locked everyone away and, you know, and they didn't want anything to do with anything. And now we know why they were making everybody, you know, kind of lose their memories and stuff. But it is a little curious on why, you know, why wouldn't they go and help them? That's a little strange to me. Like, you're getting this way in advance, and to piss him off that much, that's just a curiosity. That's curious to me. Oh yeah, that might make. That might change his mindset too. Didn't even think about that one. Oh god. That's the look Aaron gets when he's pissed off. We've seen him, but that was an evil look. My god. Now, I mean, with that revelation, that's gonna put you in a weird, Aaron's mindset has gotta be at a weird level here. All these things that he's been pushing through, and then there's just more obstacles now. There's way more obstacles and he has way more info. Oh my goodness. It is evident that the world perceives us as a race of devils. The people of our world wish to eradicate us, the subjects of Ymir, so everybody. However, we must not simply wait for our extermination to come about. As long as we live, we must strive to ensure our survival. And our efforts to prevail must never cease. So always be together. Always, you know, you got to live through all this. However, it is a display of power enough to frighten the world. Is a display of power enough to frighten the world our only method of doing so? Meaning, they do have, you know, they do have the power of the Titans and the power. More of like, is there something you can do? I'm getting from this, is there something that you can do outside of just showing your powers, or maybe that would be able to connect to the other people? Oh shit, they did that. Wow. They did that pretty fast. Wow, so they've like cleaned out most of the Titans by this point then. That's some fast shit. Look how beautiful the world is when, you know, things aren't trying to kill you at all the time. Oh, there's a Titan. What the fuck happened to this one? Yeah, he was obviously a patriot, yeah. But he kind of looks like that that guy that was... But how would he turn into a Titan? That wouldn't make any sense. The guy that was, like, with him, but he was chased down by all the Titans that were turned in. I don't know how he would turn into a Titan. That was his friend that talked about the Patriots. Maybe somebody else. But it never showed him die either, so that could be a possibility. Interesting. Oh shit, they finally made it. Oh, that's, yup, that's where everyone was getting transformed in his vision there. Yup. I can't believe he's finally gonna make it. They're finally gonna make it to the sea, but God, there's so much more though. It's like, this is all you wanted, but now there's so much fucking more. This has got to mean a ton to them though. Armin, everybody in here. They've never seen this. You know, they were reading about it in books. So it's not like, you know, me and you going out, like, it's like a fucking fantasy. Oh yeah, they probably don't even know that. It's salt. They're salt. Salt water. They don't even know what to do. They look so sweet there. You forget that this, you know, what the show is when you look at that. Oh, it's from the beginning of the season. It showed this in the beginning of the season. I was wondering why his hair was longer. It all came down to this. He seems so different. So different. But in reality, there isn't freedom. So he probably feels, where's the end? Where's the end of... Maybe part of him was hoping it wasn't true? Oh, maybe he was hoping it'd be over, but in reality... Nope. No fucking wonder. Of course he's gonna feel like that. That is so beautiful. Holy shit. His look there symbolizes everything. Like, he fought all this way for one thing, and now it's way more than he would ever imagine. They've always been at war, and it really feels like the real world. Like, they have a lot of real world stuff here, and this is such a masterpiece, man. Aaron, huh? We usually get like he has the shell in his hand. I want to address the last scene. We're gonna talk about this and everything, so don't click off at the end here. This is the last episode, so I do want to talk to you guys. If you did, especially if you didn't see it at the beginning. That last little scene there is a shell. Like, we've gotten like the end, you know, the end of season 3 part 1, the end of season 2. We get like these little weird, like, you know, little bits and pieces of you know, something for us to think about until the next part. And I feel like this one was a little less, or maybe I'm not getting it like correctly. I don't know, but it's very, like, he's looking at the shell, and they're obviously, you know, back. He's back there, which is weird to me because they're already, maybe this is like later on, or before they left or something. But he's looking at, no, it has to be after, because he has the fucking shell in his hand. So this is later on or something, because they're going there, but they got to figure out how they're gonna get because they're not going to stop there. They found that there's water. They know, his everything that he's talked about. Now it's proven that there is a water and there is an area there. But now they have to figure out how are you going to get freaking get there. I didn't even really think about that. Like, you have to be able to get there and being transported, and they don't really have, their technology level is way smaller than this real world that we have here. So they're gonna have to figure all that out for one. But it didn't puzzle me as much as it's puzzling me, but like the other ones felt more shocked, like showing the beast titan, but outside the beast, he was outside of the beast. It was really weird. I remember that one image, maybe the end of season 2, that image was very shocking. Or the flashback crazy scene we got at season 3 episode 12. This one is, I just don't really get too much from it, but as a whole, this episode, obviously the entire show, I'm going to be working on a review, so you guys are going to get a very extended version and a lot of stuff, just a very, very detailed review. So make sure you look forward to that. It'll be hopefully in the next few days after this is dropped on YouTube. That's my goal. But I really am shocked by the progression of shocked and just, I guess, just pleasantly surprised and happy about the progression for one of Eren, of the main character, though they really did put an extended amount of time in a lot of characters in this show. Even though Eren is technically the main character, though we hear Armin a lot. We've heard Armin as a narrator through the series. So at some points I kind of feel like Armin's the main character. But also this show is very good at, and I will go in, I'm not going to go too far in depth in some of this because a lot of this will be in my review. But they really, we saw a lot of of Zeke's, the way he was thinking, the way Bertholdt was thinking, Reiner. We've seen, all the characters, really. We've seen their side. So even though Eren may technically be the main character, it feels like it's really an ensemble cast in this. And that's something I love. You feel for all the characters. All the characters have their... is there a good side? Is there a bad side? This episode really showed that you clear all the Titans are gone. You tell the world, what's really going on. Now everybody, even the kids growing up later and everything, now they all know that they're shipped here for a reason. The real bad guys are across the water, and they know the truth now, which was hidden forever. But then you think, why was it hidden in the first place? Why, ignorance is bliss when you think about it sometimes. And Eren, I think, is getting that kind of he's getting probably what the original king probably was trying to prevent. Eren now has all this information of all these bad things, all these bad stuff, and you can just see it on his face, when is this going to end? Will everything be perfect? If you defeat everybody there, when is it going to end? And the answer is, in the real world, not, never. There's always something, right? So there's always going to be some type of conflict. And even in this inner areas, they're all, subjects of the Ymir and everything. There's always been conflict. And as they said, not everybody, even though they all know the truth, not everybody believes it, agrees with it. That's just the world in general. And it's really kind of just scary to think about where they go from here. And I'm really cannot wait until season 4. It's going to be hard for me. It's going to be really, really hard for me. But as a lot of you guys have probably dealt with having to wait for season 4, so I'm going to wait as well. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I will be I've been slowly reading the manga. I'm not very far in it. I've just been reading the paper ones and stuff, so I'm not very far, but I did want to know your guys' opinion. If you wanted my me to kind of talk, not like in a every volume type of thing, but maybe 1 or 2 videos of me kind of talking about what I think of how far I am in the manga, and noticing the differences between the anime and the manga. That'd be kind of fun to have in between before we get to season 4. Obviously, I'm going to do a season 4 trailer reaction whenever that comes out. I do want to talk about just theories and stuff, but when it comes to the manga, I'd like to get close to catching up to the end of season 3, wherever that's at. You guys can let me know in the comments down below when that would be, what chapter I could stop at before it gets to the season 4 stuff, because that's where I would stop. I want to make sure I watch the anime first, so I make sure I watch the anime. When we get to season 4, watch that completely blind, and then at the end of season 4, I can do the same thing and read the manga and see the differences. I think that would be fun. This show has an amazing replayability. Now I know why you guys watch these in general. This is very easy show to rewatch. I've done a couple rewatches on just season 3 part 2 and a couple episodes because I was so lost to catch up. And I just want to say again that it's been amazing you guys watched from the beginning to end, or even if you caught up later. It means a lot. I love doing these. I love dissecting shows and watching and reacting, but also kind of reviewing and getting something from what I'm reacting to, and letting, and kind of being blind in this type of show. Being blind in this type of show really like can confuse you. Like it's really, you got to remember, like when you're watching something at that time and you're seeing it for the first time, some people's brains process things differently, and I sometimes I have a lot of guesses in my head, but a lot of them are stupid because it's just the first thing you think sometimes, and a lot of time I just blurt it out because that's just that's how I am. I like reacting that way. It's kind of fun to figure, and then when I hear it out loud, then I'm like, oh, that sounds stupid. Okay, and then I can theorize something different. Sometimes when you hear it yourself, you can kind of figure out like maybe that wasn't like the, okay, now that I'm speaking it out loud, it does sound stupid, so probably that's not true. But the cool thing about Attack on Titan is there's so many things that they trick you on that there's no way in hell you would know. Like you watch in season 1 and season 2, and there's all these hints to stuff that we're seeing now and stuff that would have never freaking guessed like back then. Without context, you wouldn't know anywhere in hell. Like it's crazy. That's why I just want to say that this show is amazing. Amazing. Just an amazing thing in general. And anyway, guys, if you want to see the full reactions or the shows that I'm going to be watching in the future, obviously One Punch Man and The Promised Neverland is coming, or probably around the same time this drops. Probably it'll be out already over on YouTube, but you can check it out now on Patreon, patreon.com/ajrich123 for full reactions and early releases. If you want to watch the full reactions to this show, or obviously, or any of the other shows that I'm doing, we got back with Demon Slayer. This year I want to do, eventually I'm going to be doing One Piece. I'm in the background working on that because it's huge. But I have Vinland Saga that I want to do in the future. I have Overlord that I want to do in the future. There's actually a lot of stuff I can name that hopefully this year that I want to react to. But you guys have been amazing. The show has been great. And I feel like I could talk about this forever, and that's why I'm doing a review in the first place, because there's just too much to talk about in one video. And I could make this video like an hour long easily, but I don't want to do that. I just want you guys know that I really this has just been an amazing ride. And for the original suggestions, because this was a show that was originally suggested, thank you guys for suggesting this show. I don't regret it at all. It's been an amazing ride, and I can't wait to check out more. Feel free to go follow me on Twitter at ajrich123. Go ahead and join our Discord. That link's down below. Go check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/ajrich for streams. And I hope I'll see you guys on another show or more future AOT content. And thank you for watching. Bye-bye.